Point Place is not a real town in Wisconsin. It's created to embody a boring teenage wasteland that these restless and reckless youths could use as a backdrop for their mischievous antics. Point Place is the typical boring suburban town in Wisconsin, a town that a teenager would love to leave as soon as they are able. Other boring Wisconsin town names include Center, Green Bay, Random Lake, Stevens Point, and Marshfield. These town names express the mundane by basically just saying what it is or where we are. Point Place is loosely based on the town that the writers grew up in Ohio. Based on where the characters mentioned traveling to, Reddit user Epic Shenanigans puts the fictional Point Place right here. This makes sense because the travelers mention going to Milwaukee for a concert in this episode as an hour or so drive. May 17th, 1976 was a Monday, so the Foremans are partying hard on a weeknight. Eric Foreman is played by first-time actor Topher Grace. Show creators Bonnie and Terry Turner saw him in their daughter's high school play A Midsummer's Night Dream. They thought he was a perfect physical match for Eric Foreman. They encouraged him to audition for the part when he went to LA for college because he looked like the character they were writing. Topher Grace has said he was never meant to get the part. I believe Topher Grace is a natural actor. Nothing feels clunky about his performance, and he has great comic timing. He goes back and forth well with his TV parents, both of which are veteran actors. I just believe he is a nerdy dude from the 70s.
It's time. Why don't you do it? It's your house. Listen to them up there. The party has reached critical mass. In 10 minutes, there will be no more beer opportunities. If my dad catches me copping beers, he'll kill me. I'm willing to take that risk.
Danny Masterson is from an acting family. His brother Christopher Masterson played Francis on Malcolm in the Middle. He was an experienced child actor during the time of the show. He was raised as a Scientologist. He also got into a lot of legal trouble that doesn't need to be mentioned in this video. It was pretty evident that the church tried to cover up his many scandals throughout the years. He briefly got actor Laura Papone into Scientology as well.
Don't worry about it. Just remain calm.
Michael Kelso is played by Ashton Kutcher. Kutcher is not quite as dumb as his character, having studied microbiology at the University of Ohio before getting into modeling, then acting.
Above all, don't get sucked into my dad's hair.
What's wrong with your dad's hair?
Just don't look at it.
And Eric, cold. Definitely cold.
Hi there, Eric.
Mr. Pinciotti.
Sir Eric.
Tanya Roberts was a real Charlie's Angel. Parodies and references to Charlie's Angels are made throughout the show. There is no strange in-universe conflict because Tanya Roberts didn't become an angel until 1980.
You like Bob's new hair, isn't it groovy?
It's incredibly groovy, Mrs. Pinciotti.
Red, a Toyota?
Yeah, it's mine. I tell you, the last time I was that close to a Japanese machine, it was shooting at me.
Red Foreman is a Navy veteran of World War II and the Korean War. He reached the rank of Chief Petty Officer, E7, likely overseeing other sailors as a senior non-commissioned officer. Many knowledgeable fans suggest that he served as a CB or Navy combat engineer, which could account for his accounts of close combat and participation in both World War II and the Korean War.
Well, honey, it is the gas crisis. What can you do?
In 1973, when Saudi Arabia and other OPEC countries started an oil embargo against the U.S., oil prices skyrocketed, and shortages led to long lines at the pump. The effect of the embargo caused stagflation, a combination of inflation and economic stagnation. While the Foremans and their neighbors were not waiting in line at the pump in 1976, the price of gas is still high, and the economic consequences are still felt. Red's hours at the plant are cut back and the class divide is real in Point Place. Next-door neighbor Bob Pinciotti is a successful hardware store owner and Jackie's dad is a wealthy lawyer. In contrast, the Foremans are a blue-collar family with dual incomes. Later in the series, Eric ends up giving part of his paycheck to help the family even though he desperately wants to leave. Eric stands up for his father by punching the son of a factory owner after the kid reveals that the factory is going to be shut down. He streaks in front of President Ford to give Red the courage to ask the president an unscripted question. The Foremans are a tight-knit family despite their differences, and Eric's tough upbringing leads him to be a courageous and moral character despite his other tendencies. The family's financial challenges add depth and heart to the characters.
And you know, Bob, Those SOBs at the dealership offered me a lousy $400 trade-in on the Vista Cruiser.
Yeah, what you gonna do? It'll rust in the driveway before I trade it in.
Honey, it is rusting in the driveway.
Hey, Pop, I'll take the cruiser off your hands. I don't care if it's a pump sucker.
The 1969 Vista Cruiser is indeed a pump sucker. The car gets 14 miles to the gallon highway, while many modern SUVs get at least 25 miles to the gallon.
It's alive! Good news. My dad is thinking of giving me the Vista Cruiser. You're getting a car?
Ooh, have I told you how incredibly attractive you are, Eric?
No. You told me he was cute.
No, I didn't.
I remember because you said not to say anything in front of Eric. Let's focus on what's important here, people. Foreman stole something. To Foreman! To Foreman! You know what's sad? This is the proudest day of my life.
The same old thing we did last week. Not a thing to do but talk to you. Oh,
That was the season 1 intro. The song called In the Street was originally a light rock song by Big Star. The song was covered by Todd Griffin for the season 1. Here is a better version covered by Cheap Trick during season 2 through 8.
down the street, the same old thing we did last week. Hello, Wisconsin!
Hello, Wisconsin was ad-libbed by Danny Masterson.
You don't want me to go to the concert, is that it?
I didn't think you'd be interested in Todd Rundgren. I mean, like you said, he's no Frampton.
Todd Rundgren is a singer, songwriter, and producer. He is best known for the song Hello, It's Me, 1973. As a producer, he finished unwritten songs for Grand Funk Railroad and the New York Dolls. He is described as genius, but sarcastic and aloof. The song he wrote with the greatest commercial success was Bang on the Drum All Day. You may recognize this song if you have been to literally any sporting event ever, including Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, where it is played during every Packer touchdown. The royalties collected from this song are incomprehensible.
So is Red still thinking about giving you the car, maybe?
Even if we do get it, we're gonna need some serious gas money because the cruiser's a boat.
The circle scene smoke effect is created by incense and cigarette smoke. Joints are not seen or mentioned. The camera cuts to the actor just as they exhale and pass. It serves as a mid-show recap. In a sense, it's a way for the writer to insert a kind of stand-up comedy routine.
This car that runs on water, man. It's got a fiberglass air-cooled engine and it runs on water.
The first hydrocell vehicle was the 1966 GM Electro van. While it didn't run on water alone, the car ran on hydro fuel cell batteries that produced electrolysis of water. This process separates hydrogen from oxygen and uses hydrogen as fuel. Its cost-precious material and batteries still had to be charged and replaced.
For a spin, eh?
Yes, sir.
Well, have a good time. Oh, one more thing. Very important about the car. She's old, so no trips out of town. Ever. Understood? Well, have fun.
We're going to a concert. We'll trade you our battery plus $5 for one of your batteries.
Well, that's a really sweet deal, my friend. But how about this? How about one battery for 2 concert tickets?
In today's dollars, a battery in 1976 cost roughly $180, while 2 Todd Rundgren tickets were about $120. Trading a used battery for tickets, especially last minute, seems reasonable.
No, we can't give up 2 tickets.
Okay.
It's either that or none of us go. So who's out?
Well, there's always Jackie.
Jackie. I mean, Jackie's gone. But who else?
Well, I don't know. Jackie's date?
This isn't working.
No, it's a Boy Scout belt. The buckle's got a thing.
Michael, before I speak, please hear my words.
Mila Kunis concealed her age during her audition. She was just 14 when the show began, while her on-screen love interest, Ashton Kutcher, was 20 during many of their intimate scenes. Mila's very first kiss happened with Ashton Kutcher on camera as she portrayed Jackie in that 70's show. Art blended into real life when the pair married in 2015.
There's a whole world that's waiting to be driven to. We could go to Canada. We got a new battery. What's stopping us?
Any scene on the Vista Cruiser hood brings to mind this season 2, episode 17 scene, where Red sprays Eric with a garden hose after his repeated attempts to seduce Donna, giving him an impromptu cold shower. Topher Grace's reaction was genuine, as he didn't know he'd be sprayed, adding to the comedic impact.
You know, I think Canada closes at 9:30.
What was that for?
I just wanted to see what it was like.
What was it like?
You were there?
Yeah, I wasn't ready for it.
What would you have done differently?
I don't know. Something with my lips.
Sounds good. Let's try that next time.
When exactly is next time?
Good night.
Yeah, I'm really gonna sleep after that.
I give this pilot a B+. The writing is sharp, the plot moves along nicely, and the show's creative style is showcased. The acting is less clunky than many sitcom pilots I've seen, with no awkward timing or forced dialogue. This episode lacks any mischievous schemes or great comedic moments that make that 70's show great. It could be argued that strong comedic scenes aren't possible with these characters until they're more developed. Overall, that 70's show pilot is a great framework for future episodes. That 70's show continues for 8 seasons and is one of the most watched sitcoms of the 2000s.